The co-teaching strategy we'll be demonstrating is the alternative or differentiated strategy. And this strategy provides two different approaches to teaching the same information. I think the easiest way to explain it is that the learning outcome is the same for all students, but the roads to get there are different. We used this approach recently when teaching Supreme Court ideology, a judicial branch lesson in civics. As a preface to this lesson, students learned about the structure and function of the judicial branch and the Supreme Court, as well as the general differences between liberal, moderate, and conservative views. The goal of this lesson, however, was to teach students how political ideology affects Supreme Court nominations and the role that the judges' political views actually play in dictating the decisions of the court.
We started the lesson by reviewing liberal and conservative values with students. We discussed how presidents typically pick justices who have similar political viewpoints to themselves. As co-teachers, we each led a gallery walk of the Supreme Court justices, whereby students viewed portraits of the Supreme Court justices and read their biographies and stances on various issues based on past rulings. The outcome for both groups was the same. They identified the justices' current ideologies, placed each justice on the ideological spectrum, and analyzed the current court from an ideological standpoint as a whole. However, the way we helped them understand the information was different. They took alternative roads to get to the end goal. All students used a graphic organizer to help them analyze who appointed the judge, identify their stance on various issues, and determine what ideology they possessed, and then rank them on the spectrum from liberal to strict constructionist.
The lesson was great. I provided significantly more direction, alternating between individual groups and engaging them with interesting facts about each judge, like the fact that Ginsburg has never missed a day of oral arguments. And then I helped them analyze the viewpoints of the judges to help them in identifying political ideology. The students that I had were identified as those who might struggle a little with interpreting what they were reading, or just those who might need a little extra guidance through the activity.
The lesson I taught was a much more student-guided effort. Using notes about Supreme Court ideology, students independently walked through the gallery and analyzed the justices in groups of two. This group was identified as the more aware of political issues, more politically savvy, and able to perform independent work.
When we get split into two groups, it makes you can pay attention more because you don't have so many other kids around and stuff, and you're able to learn. And both teachers, you could still get two different sides and they're both how they both feel.
It's a lot easier to get to know other people in the group you're working with, and then it's easier to get help because there's not 20, instead of 20 kids, there's 10 kids in a group, and you're able to ask the teacher more questions and get more help. It's a more one-to-one opportunity.
Smaller group interaction and differentiated instruction allowed us to adapt our teaching to assist student learning in a way that was best for each of the groups of students. At the end of the activity, students were brought back together in a full class setting to debrief and share what they had learned.